Everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio, although some of you may just have ventured onto this for another reason. So I have, normally I do crafts. I do a lot of card making and a lot of watercolor and stuff like that. But probably, well, no, I'm going to say for sure. The question I get asked most, there's a couple, that don't have to do with my crafting stuff, is what color are your nails? And so I'm going to just make this video to tell you about the nails that I love, a little bit of history about how I ended up on these, and then when people ask me what color are your nails, because to be honest, I never know, I'm going to show you some of the recent colors that I have used. But when I first started doing the videos, my nails were just my nails. And then I started always painting them. And I had a couple of paints that I really liked. But when for those of you that don't follow my channel, it's always my hands. My hands are always in it. There's no way to have a video without my hands. So then when I would paint my nails, and I loved it, and I have strong, healthy nails, but you know, sometimes you have 10 strong, healthy nails and then one breaks and it's horrible. But the other thing is my nails would get chipped. And so when they were chipped, I would be ready with my slate of things I needed to film, but I had to stop. And then I would have to fix my nails and then wait for them to dry. And I'm impatient, which some of you probably know. So I would start filming or start doing whatever I was doing, and the paint wouldn't be dry, and then I'd have a smudge. It was an endless circle. So then for a very short bit, I started getting them done, like gel manicures, and it was tearing them up. It took significant amount of time and money. They're beautiful, and the artists who do the brush art on your nails, fabulous. But then my daughter, who was in college at the time, said, "Mom, why aren't you using just press-ons?" And if you're from the 80s, press-on, like Sally, the Sally press-on nails, like, yeah, those won't work. And I didn't understand what she was talking about, but then she started wearing them. So there are a couple of different brands, but I like the Impress the best. So I'm going to show you the ones I like the best and then tell you a little bit about how to use them, because there are ways. I've recommended them to a couple of people who've asked about them, and then they come back 3 days later and they're disappointed because they spent the money and they didn't stay on. So I have tips. These nails that I've had on are going on almost 3 weeks. And in fact, my nails are growing long enough, just like if you had your gel manicure done, that I need to pop them off. I've just been busy, and I also want to put these Valentine ones on because Valentine's Day is coming up. So this is the ones I want to be next. So there are some brands. This one came from, my daughter got me these from Christmas, but these came from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. They're usually about $5. So there's the Dashing Diva that work okay. They tend to have the cuter holiday patterns. They won't last 3 weeks, so there's no way. And sometimes they start falling off. Where's my nail glue? I've only been using this kind now, probably since last fall. There's my nail glue here. No, I don't see it. It's just the bottle of nail glue, but as they fall off, then you have to glue them back on. And then when you glue them back on, when you take them all off, you have to get rid of the glue that's on your fingers. So these are worth it if you are going inexpensive, if you want to start, but don't be disappointed if you start with an inexpensive brand and they're not staying on forever. So there's that. And then the brand that I use, and I buy from their website a lot, but then Amazon has them. Amazon gets them to you a lot quicker. If you buy them from Impress, they have kind of a loyalty program. They have some good sales. Like sometimes you can get Halloween in November, so then you have to hold on to them for a year. So here's like these I would get for a wedding, because I'm not going to wear them. I don't care if they don't last for 2 weeks. And then these are just beautiful. So again, kind of pretty. But the ones that are my true favorites are the Color Effects. And a lot, oops, here's another. I didn't know I had this one, and I want winter to be over, so I think I'm going to put these on after my Valentine's so I can be done with those. These were a pack that I wore for my daughter's wedding. See, TJ Maxx, $6. So even if you only get a week out of them, $6, it's a lot cheaper than a gel manicure. And for the most part, you get 2 weeks out of them. You just have to take care of these, though. You get a lot longer, and they never, ever, ever fall off. So here's some of the colors that I have worn recently, because they come in a pack like this. So we can go over the last few weeks because I've been super busy, so I haven't put them up. So here's, I think these are the ones that I have on now. Yeah. So these are all the leftovers after I wear them. So then I'm going to show you what I do with my leftovers in a second, because obviously here's a bunch of leftovers. So here's some of the colors that I have had on. I tan easily once it starts getting warm outside. So I kind of like different colors in the summer as opposed to the winter. In the summer, I tend to go more for the browns, and in the winters, like I probably wouldn't wear these right now because my hands would look so light, but in the summer when my hands are brown. So in the winter, I tend to go for the darker reds and more natural historical nail colors, right? There's also, you can get, because when I wear the French tips, and I do love the French tips, when I wear those, a lot of people ask where you get my French tips done too, because they're so perfect. But they're so perfect because they're in a package. So I have, this is all of the ones that are left from packets that I have used. So in the summer, when I'm going to swim a lot or we're going to go on vacation, I do mix and matches, and it's kind of fun to just pick colors that match. I missed these. What happened was I fell in love with the FX ones, so I stopped using some of the more fun patterns. I need to have a granddaughter so I can stick these on her. So they come in sizes 1 through 11. And the 11 being the smallest. I wear the 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. And some of this package has a lot of 7s. No, I do 2, 2, 11. I need to count many. 2 is the smallest thumb. The largest thumb, I have small nail beds. So let's see if we can find these are all the sizes that I'm going to pass to my sister and my daughter. So this is a 0. So you can see it's way too big because it has to sit in your nail. So I wear a 2, and then 11, 10, 9, 8. So I end up with everything from 7 down to, down to 0 left. So I just save them all up. I pull them out of here. These are mostly ones that are my size. And then I give these to my sister or my daughter, and then they can just do a little mix and match of their own. In an ideal world, you'd have a teenage daughter living in your house, or your best friend who has the opposite nails of you. My daughter and I, we overlap on a lot of them. She doesn't need the super tiny ones, but she also doesn't need the super big ones. So here are some of the colors. You order them, just go on Amazon. Prime Day, they have a great sale. So I tend to stock up only when there's sales. So probably $7, $8 is the most I ever pay for them. You can find them sometimes at Target or the grocery store. They tend to cost more, and the selection's not as great. So here's how you do it. I'm going to pop one of these off since I am going to switch mine. And you can just take, like my hands are not wet, they're not warm. I put my heating pad on it at night. I only do them at night. But you can see they just pop right off. Just like that. And then you just take the glue that was sticking out the side because my nail's growing out. It just comes off. See? And then my nails under there, good as new. I like to do it, like I like to take them off a bit earlier and then put some nail moisturizer on my nail beds. And so then when you open these, it comes, I'm not going to open one because then I'll have to put it back together. It comes with alcohol pads. You have to, these are, I keep some for all my extra ones. You have to clean your nails with the alcohol pads. If you don't, or you don't do a good job, they're just going to fall off in an hour or two because the oils on your hand are going to resist the tape. So you clean them off. And then I'm always watching TV, and it has, especially for those of you that watch me from my craft channel, I gotta get it. It's gonna drive me crazy that glue's on there. So it's double-sided tape. Like this. You throw that away. The numbers of them are on the bottom, so you know which numbers you want. Once you do them, like I've been wearing these, I don't know, 3 years. I know the numbers I need. I just pull them out of the packet when I start. And then you throw that little bit away. And then this one is too big for my nail, so I'm just gonna pop it on here anyways. You can see it has to fit inside your nail bed. The first few times I did it, I had my husband help me, and we were all like laying them out, measuring them. So it takes longer once you're used to it, and it just pops on like that. Because I didn't clean my nail, it'll come right back off. And then this is, again, to make them last, and mine last, like I said, these have been on almost 3 weeks. It's a different color than I have on. Put them on at night, wash your hands before you do it, clean the alcohol, put them on, and then while I watch TV, I sit here and I press them like this. So they're all nice and pressed. Do not get your nails wet. till you get up in the morning, and that first time you go to the bathroom and you have to wash your nails, your hands. And because if they get wet at all, they're also not going to hold as long. So alcohol, put them on, press them all on, and then don't wet your hands. I would say 12 hours if you can get it. So in the night, I'm going to do it like I'm going to do them tonight. So as soon as we sit down after dinner to watch TV, I'm going to put them on. So maybe 8 o'clock, and it'll be about 7 in the morning. So about 10 to 12 hours. Mine go without getting wet. A couple of times I've done it, and then, you know, something comes up and you got to go somewhere, and then you have to wash your hands. And then at that point they start falling off. I do not see my nail glue. I typically have one here, but I've moved it because since I switched to this, I haven't needed it. So when they pop off, I just have a little nail glue. It's like $1.98, and I will put that in my Amazon links as well. And then you just glue them back on, kind of old school style. And then until you're done with that batch. So I am going to put the links for the Amazon ones that I can find the colors of here. It's hard to tell on Amazon because they do it's hard to pick this color up. It's even hard. Like I thought this was the one I had on. This one has more gold in it. Very pretty. I love color, so doing this. So there you go. That is the secret to my nails and what color am I wearing. So you can go over to my website. I'll keep a little blog post that just has the links to these. Too bad somebody doesn't name those sizes. This is just from the last, probably since Christmas time. It's probably 3 weeks of colors in there. Look at this one. That one's pretty too. Here's the ones that are double colors. These would have been from further back in probably November when my nails were, my hands were still a little bit more tan. Here's one that has a rhinestone and some flowers. That would have been in the summer. Super fun. It's a whole new thing to play with. And between not having to make sure your nails are not broken and not chipped and the time it takes to paint them or to go to a manicurist, highly recommend it. So there you go. I also am going to have another, I was going to do it all in one and decided nail people might not want to hear storage stuff, but I do have one coming up with all the stamp storage stuff. Because this is probably the second most questioned, like, where do you get the sleeves that you hold your embellishments in? So that's going to come up too. And then that way I can always send this off to you when you ask. Have a great one. Bye.